first impression.
Okay.
Because you're gonna be like, how the hell did this guy get the diamond? Because I played into a Tracer Ball Genji, and usually a trace is too much for me. I probably should have switched, but I didn't. I was like, I'm just gonna play through Juno and see how it, and show it to like a coach or something and see how it goes.
Right.
Um, because this game was definitely a loss on my behalf. I was definitely doing like such little healing because I was so paranoid about this. Because they were diving together, they were diving very well together and very coordinated. I felt like at the time. You'll see when you watch it, and hopefully you can help me figure out what I could have done better.
Yeah. So generally, I'll have this like general framework that I use whenever I coach ranged-ish heroes against dive,
Hmm.
which is whole spar thing. I might rename this to, I mean, we'll see, but it's normally scouts, prevent, absorb, and rotate. I was actually thinking recently about renaming prevent to disrupt because prevention isn't, if you're playing a character, not even just Juno, but like Zen, for example, or a really
Hmm.
ranged character. Prevention for you is just poking, which isn't
Hmm.
particularly useful, but disruption's more about actively forcing out their dive characters, which, to
Yeah.
be honest, in part is kind of partially what your comp is actually kind of built for. Like, it's
Hmm.
you're gonna have a much easier time living and absorbing a dive if this person is going on top of you, half HP with no deflect, or if this
Hmm.
person has no recall, if this person
Yeah.
is half HP, whatever the case may be. I think the big thing for you though on Juno is out rotating and not necessarily clearing Tracer Genji ball, as in constantly moving all the time and making sure
Hmm.
that you're hard to reach constantly. And to be honest, you will probably die, and that's fine. But the real question that I always sort of give players, or like if you're playing Ana into like a really hard brawl comp, or you're playing Juno into this comp, is how expensive can you make it for them to come and kill you? Because if they have to invest every resource in the world to come and kill you, your team can trade out easily, and sure,
Hmm.
you might die, but your team can win the fight. So that's really what I'm looking at, is how static you are and how much you're moving around, where you're moving to,
Okay.
and when you're also doing it too. But yeah, we'll see here. Okay, see. Okay. Right. Okay. Ball, just clear ball right now, fine. So clearing ball right now and staying with your Moira is perfectly reasonable. Again, it's only the ball
Okay.
player that you see. Your Moira's right in front of you, so you're next to each other. Genji's with you as well. So you haven't really got to move anywhere. You can stay with your Moira
Hmm.
and play the ball. That's all fine. Okay, we'll see here. Okay. Ball's probably behind you, walks out. Okay, now you need to move. Move. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving. Sure. Yeah, so like, you're moving slightly, but if I zoom out, where can you maybe think about moving to after the ball's out?
Probably take cover behind those things to the left.
Yeah,
Actually, there's a tracer there. Maybe.
right, so maybe this can maybe work. Where
Yeah.
else maybe?
Um. Maybe going. I feel like not going inside a room where there's a ball is probably not the best thing. Like just behind, in front of me, in that little where the health pack is.
As in like what? As in like the room here with the hardback?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure. What about here?
Do you know what? I didn't even know that bit existed.
Yeah, I always point it out to players, and I'm like, you know what? I'll let you figure it out yourself. But yeah, you can jump up here and stand on here. So ideally, this would be a great place to play. This person can't reach you, and you're also
Hmm.
creating distance against the ball player, so it becomes
I actually
laborious.
had no idea it
Right? Yeah.
existed. That's crazy. Okay.
Um, the more you know, I guess. But next time you want to win a Sapi again, I guess now you know. Or
Hmm.
Esperanto rather. But yeah, and we'll see here, because like the thing is like the ball's now staging on a good angle. Genji's coming around here too. Trace is on a good angle here as well. Like if you stand here, you will die. Like no matter how
Hmm.
good your micro is, you will just die. But we'll see here. Um, okay. Okay. So when you pop gliders there, I was expecting you to actually move a little bit more to the left. Actually, I was expecting you
Okay.
to do it a little bit earlier too. But that's fine. Okay. The ball didn't even come for you. Queen's dead. Okay, yeah, not too much there in terms of, again. I don't know why the ball just ignores you entirely after he goes on to you. I don't know why. But you can kind of see why the poke is so important, because he's off HP
Yeah.
already before he even slams. So again, he's not gonna hard engage onto you. Yeah, torpedoes are fine. No issue there. Okay. What about hypering? So what could you maybe hypering?
Maybe help my queen get out of that situation.
Right, so when you can see your queen walk forward like this, right? So maybe after
Yeah.
the ball goes in, like now you just hyper in your Genji and your queen. Your queen can actually walk forward on the
Yeah.
Kiriko, and of course you've got speed yourself from the hypering as well. So you can continue the speed against the ball without needing to use your own personal gliders. But yeah. Okay. Throwing that, nothing crazy. You can get slept donated, nothing you can do about that. Okay. Okay. Why do you go left side when you see your Genji getting pressed?
I think I was just following my Moira there,
Yeah.
because hmm
Why follow your Moira?
because I know they have a Tracer and Genji and Moira can help me out if they dive me, so I was just
Right.
following Moira.
So this might be where like just keeping anniversary and Moira is mainly going to be the important thing, because again, like the Genji's kind of like your first line of defense. If he gets forced out, then
Hmm.
they've got all the space and it becomes really
Yeah.
hard to live a dive. Like you can step through the Moira all you want, but it's not really gonna. It's not a massive
Yeah.
priority for living a dive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a little bit of a, I guess, ignorance of your Genji there. But yeah. Okay. 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 Ariana? Well, okay, that's not great patient. It's like, why? Yeah, you just kind of glide straight out into the open
Yeah.
space in front of the yacht. Which, again, she can body shot you, and you can get very low. So she won't kill you for this, but she can almost kill you for this. Like, not particularly ideal. There's also something that I see Juno players do a lot. Not just double jump
Hmm.
all the time, because you're just double jumping for basically no reason. And that gets you shot by
Yeah.
Yana. But also, using gliders for no reason, which we haven't seen just yet. Like, I think using gliders was, like, relatively okay earlier on. But again, if you just because you can do something doesn't mean you always should.
Yeah.
And I see it with Mercy players all the time as well, where they'll Guardian Angel. I see it with Tracer players when they blink for no reason. But yeah, just chillax, just heal your Moira or heal your Genji, stay behind the
Hmm.
cover. Less is more.
Yeah, because I know cooldown management is like one of the worst things that I do. I don't really manage my cooldown. I've been getting better at it, but it's definitely something that I still need to work on quite a lot.
Right. Just being a little bit more like, I mean, it's really important to do against dive comps as well, because like your
Hmm.
your cooldowns are the main things that will let you live. But yeah. Okay. Alright. This wing here again as well. That was actually fine. So what do you think about the ring?
Um, maybe it's not the best one because the rest of my team didn't really get to use it. It was just me and
Me, you and your
Moira.
Moira, right? Yeah. What's good about this ring?
I guess it lets me and Moira kind of get closer to our 2 DPS.
Yeah, right. So it's timed fairly well. So it's just a bit unfortunate that you get, of course, your Queens in spawn and your Genji Tracer just
Hmm.
here with you as well on the opposite side. But I think it's timed fairly well. You're helping you get your Genji Tracer. I don't fully mind it. Let me
Okay.
look at this glider here as well. Yeah, you got a glider. Okay. This is the Genji. Sure. Fine. You can get pole drive there. Nice. Fine. Sure. Okay. Increases so far, staying is okay. Okay. So when you get dove, where might you want to move to?
Probably close to my team because I think I back up here
Right,
and get
so
killed by that Tracer.
exactly, right? And again, it's so important against Tracer, especially when we have the minor perk that lets you get another jump too. Like, she
Hmm.
cannot do anything against you if you're on high grounds. If you just
Yeah.
double jump forward, you flip back with your team, your Tracer's there with you, and you actually become a lot safer. I think it's a big misconception that
Okay.
just because you're playing in a more aggressive position automatically means you're playing more dangerously. In this case, when you get dove, that's not the case, because again, Tracer
Hmm.
can't go on to you. Of course, you can also maybe go here as well, but you slightly get isolated here yourself, and of course, in the
Hmm.
game, you didn't know this existed. So yeah, flipping back with your team and going forward here is probably the most appropriate thing to do. Okay, sure. Okay, and yeah, I mean their dive is just bad, but also again, 2 clips and you're dead, right? Or 1 good clip
Hmm.
and you're dead. So you're lucky the ball didn't even go on to you. You do ought to be dead right now. So that's just again a rotational thing. Like you're too focused on trying to clear Tracer instead of moving past her, and out rotating. 7 HP, wow. And you die though anyways.
Yeah.
Alright. You get Tracer at least, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Tracer does have to use her recall to come and kill you. Maybe your team still win that? Sure. He dies there, one down. Puts his back. Okay. Okay, anticipating Tracer, that's fine. Yeah, honestly, I'll just like slowly leave it. Like, obviously try and help your queen if possible. Try and hyper in her out. But barring that, just try not to stagger out and try and leave. Yeah. Okay, fine. Queen gets 2 trades somehow. Distance is good. Nice. Fine-ish. So where you're moving to is fine. I just want you to move here a little bit earlier, right? I think you were standing a bit against the Genji a little bit too much, and he almost connects the dash onto you. But thankfully, again, you have so much distance by the time that he goes onto you. You're relatively fine. It's already enough distance. So now is when I know you notice that you're moving forward here, right? Like right about here, slightly forward, and it's like,
okay,
get off. Like I need distance right now to make it costly for him to come at you. Apart from that, this is relatively fine. Okay. Genji comes and helps you. That's a kill there. Up the queen. Okay. Not a great upbringing, just too far away. Alright. Not terrible there. Bot's fine. Okay. Draw. Just dead. Draw. Small thing, but I probably would just like jump up here anyways, just because you can see everything. Like again, double jump, pop your gliders, jump again, and then get to her. So yeah, small thing there because I don't want you out in open space of getting traded here. But yeah, we'll see. And we'll talk about your Ray in a moment because I fear that you might Ray and you're gonna get blood up anyways. But we'll see. Okay. So now you can see how the heck this is starting to get, right? So thankfully Tracer gets recall forced. But Ball's obviously over here. Your Kree's over on this angle, and Tracer's coming here too. But again, had he been here, like that, the Kree's not even an issue. You get good torpedoes on the rest of your team here, and Tracer has a hard time reaching. So again, slight dominoes effect. I'm not going high on that earlier. A Ball just kills both your tanks. Okay, time to leave. A little bit, so you're just greening the card there. I think the second that the Ball slams and kills your entire front line, you need to leave immediately, or just like but yeah. Okay, we'll see her. Alright, actually I want to go back a little bit. I do want to watch the rest of your team do. Because your Bull and your Queen and Traitor do push really far up. Where is it? Runabouts. Get Cap here eventually. What's got Cap? Right. So where could you maybe... Okay, and then Bull kills your entire team. What do you think about moving to the right side here?
What do you mean?
As in, like, literally, like, right about now. When your Queen and your Tracer walk forward to the right side, what do you think about moving with them?
I think that, I could probably have taken, like, gone up the stairs here and maybe played in the high ground here.
But potentially, right? I think, again, if you look at the whole Spar thing, because now, again, this is a perfect case of it, because now, right on this frame, you're currently absorbing whatever pressure the Ball's putting out. He's slamming in, it looks like. He's popping shields. He's currently doing stuff. He just landed right there, right? And now, he's about to leave. Right about now. Now he's about to leave, right? And your Queen's shouting here as well. Like, now would actually be a good time to actually try and push up and try and, again, get some good damage off this Genji and off this Ball player. Especially with the Queen shot that you have on top of you as well. That was a bit awkward with the way your Queen walks, admittedly, right? Have you still got a ring here? It's still got a ring, right? So again, this would be a great time to... What could you ring?
The Queen.
The Queen, right? So maybe you ring the Queen. If you see her go really deep, then again, you can beat this angle safely and get good torpedoes, and maybe even Ray it too to keep them on the back foot, because I think your Queen is in the right mindset here to push deep. Yeah, no hypering there on your Queen. Hypering backwards there, which doesn't really do much. And you could have actually got good damage on the Genji. Like genuinely, your character does good damage. Like 2 shots there, or 2 clips, or 2 like burst fires can do a good amount of damage into that Genji. Force him out. You can walk even further, and then you can pop Ray, and then keep them on the back foot, and that your team don't die into a single power driver.
Yeah.
A little bit of attention on the rotation stage, because it did look weird to me that you just didn't help these guys, and of course I assume that your Tracer Queen aren't pushing this for no reason. They're course side. So yeah, small thing on the rotation stage. They're just making sure that you can actually push up. Okay. In fact, why did he not push up there earlier?
I'm not, I think I just have really bad awareness, and that ball kind of. I guess I just stuck back with my team. I didn't realize the queen had pushed out that far.
Right,
I
right.
think it was just bad awareness on my
Yeah.
behalf.
There's two things that I say to fix awareness, right? So we'll use this wall to sort of explain it because literally almost every session I've done has revolved around awareness, some shape or form.
Hmm.
So the first thing is having a mental template about what you're doing. So it's why the whole spar thing is so useful because you can plan out mentally in your head about what stage you are in the fight based on what the ball's doing. So again, the whole spar thing. I can even draw a graph of it as well. Make things even clearer. This is like time, like power, and their comp is like this. And your comp, for the sake of the argument, will simplify it, is basically like this. Straight line.
Okay.
This is like the whole prevent stage thing. Um, this is the absorb stage. And this is like rotating, rotate slash prevent again. And of course, having a mental template or knowing where you are tells you what to do. So when ball slams
Hmm.
in, or not even just ball, right? It could be a Winston bubbling in, Genji dashing in, Sombra coming out of Invis, Tracer going in with blinks, Genji again dashing in, Echo flying in, whatever the case may be. Some sort of dive CDs are the key, I guess, visual thing to look out for. And the
Hmm.
second the second that those CDs go over, maybe the Genji's half HP and he dashes out. Maybe the Tracer recalls out, Ball rolls out, Winston jumps out. They're all low HP, so I'll say like low HP, no CDs. That's when you know to push up here. So having a mental template, like you saw the ball slam you, he was literally on the point,
Hmm.
right? So next time you see that, you know what to do basically, or know how again thinking about actually rotating and walking forward. And of course, you can rate that if you feel it's safe, and you can commit on the fight and keep them on the back foot, based on what your queen was doing. That's the kind of the first thing to fix awareness. Second thing is, and it's more of a practical thing. After like an action, well, I'll say an event. After an action slash event, you look around. So on main support, this is the easiest thing to sort of describe. So like for
Hmm.
Brick, for example, when someone sends a pack, look around. When you whipshot someone, look around. When you bash, look around. On Lucio, it was if you wall ride to a certain position, look around. If you boop someone, look around. If you wall ride to a DPS and you've cleared an angle, I'll look around afterwards. On Juno, it might be after you cap point, so capping point, you just did that.
Hmm.
Cap points, or even ball rolls out, or your queen pop shouts, or after you pop torpedoes, right? Those are moments of time where you can look around and assess the situation instead of just again going player to player to player, bouncing between players and just going off of I see a certain player on my screen. I'm gonna tunnel and just focus on that single player.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing. It's easier to do with Brig. It's somewhat hard to do on other characters. But you can still do it on like Lucio and Juno. That's how you would do it. And I normally describe it as just general actions and events because again it links into the first point of where the second he pile drives, that's your cue to start thinking and
Hmm.
looking around. But yeah. Alright, we'll look at the next fight and see how it patterns out. Okay. Alright. More guys there. You guys there. Okay. Sure. This is fine. Give me this is fine here. Okay. 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 Yeah, why didn't you move with your queen here earlier?
Um, I'm not sure. I think I just hesitated.
Right? I'm not sure if you think that this sort of start line here is too scary to walk through. If you really think that, of course you can just glide, jump, and then go over,
Hmm.
and you'll be fine. But yeah, this angle here is not built for your character, sadly. You will get destroyed if you go in this room.
Hmm.
Mainly because again, no one's with you. So I will just most rotate immediately. Okay, we'll see here. Okay. Moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving. Hypering your queen. No hypering. Not that's gonna save you from another here.
Yeah.
But what made you hesitate on the hypering here?
Um, I'm not sure actually.
right? Because you can see your queen probably look wanting to go in.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing here is if you hypering, should you walk with this?
Um, probably not,
Why not?
or because there's a lot of people out there.
Right. So you can kind of do, and I actually haven't used this term yet, is baiting. So this is kind of something that you'll be doing all the time on Juno, and you kind of did it against the Genji,
Hmm.
where you sort of baited his dash to come close to you. It's a similar thing here, where you can hypering, and the bait will work because this person and this person will apply a ton of pressure to these people. That will
Yeah.
cause them to make a play or do something. In this case, Xenoblade. And once that
Hmm.
happens, you just jump out or kite out to a certain
Hmm.
direction. So the way again, that's how baiting works. So your front line will apply a ton of pressure to their front line, and that will cause them to do something. And then because you're already baiting or you're playing distance, you should be able to kite out. So the real thing here, of course, Nanoblade is Nanoblade, right? Like you're gonna probably die to it anyways. But hypering your Tracer and your Queen, let them take the brunt of the aggression,
Hmm.
and then only when it's actually safe to actually walk out it. So maybe Genji gets forced out, maybe this person takes it away, maybe again there's you can hear cooldowns being used and you can be like, okay, I can actually walk forward now, whatever the case may be. Then you can actually walk up. But
Hmm.
again, in this case here, you need to bait the enemy CD to actually again be able to live this. Because they're gonna do that. You don't know that they're gonna leave here immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, walking forward is basically the mistake. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, well as well as the late harboring. Okay, still team trading though. Terrible. The queen's gonna die here though. Maybe. Got this diamond, so things can happen. So your queen somehow lives nice. Yeah, shout again. So yeah, you're making it messy, which is good at least. Probably the best thing you can ask for in another bit of fights. Okay, nice. Sure. Sure. Fine. Okay. You're very stingy on your hypering and your array as well.
Yeah, I think that because there was like a point where I legit was just using it every time like on cooldown, and I got told off by one of my friends, was like, you shouldn't be using all your cooldowns.
right, right.
And so
Um,
now I think I've done like the opposite where I'm so stingy with everything now.
yeah, yeah. It's generally like what I've seen is that it's generally better to be at least a little bit greedy and overtly like
Hmm.
use greedy with your cooldowns. So you can use it a little bit more often than using it less. But hypering isn't extremely complicated to use. See some
Hmm.
aggression, want to enable it, you press the button. That's basically, and you've got your own sort
Okay.
of again ability to kite out. So if you see your queen do something, if you see your Genji wants to do something during Blade, you can press E and it will help them out.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Still curious about your array usage. Okay. Your rotation. Okay. 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 On your raying on 19. Okay, so talk to me about what how do I phrase it here? Yeah, we'll say this. What are some things you can maybe do this fight?
Um, I'm not sure actually.
Right, so I think so far this is fine. You're running away. Cool.
Hmm.
In fact, I might even go a bit backwards actually. Let's see here. Okay. Queen ults early. That's honor. Sure. Okay. What's maybe a place you could have moved to during your hyper range?
Could I have taken those windows in front of me, or would that have been
Uh,
too?
maybe, right? You're on the right track. Where else can you maybe move to?
Maybe to the room, that, like that just behind Genji, that little room there with the orange wall. This one, yeah.
Or maybe as slightly closer, right? Whatever. What else can you move?
Maybe in the archway.
Yeah, in the archway, right? So basically, why is the archway? Why might that be nice to you?
I guess because that's like no one's contesting that area. Everybody else is behind us.
Exactly, right? Your queen just altered down this angle here, so this angle should be
Hmm.
fairly clear for you to use. You see ball, you hear ball going left side as well. And hopefully you saw Genji coming here as well. That should be again the cue to out rotate the characters, to move past them,
Hmm.
create distance, and as you can see, if you stand here, versus here versus here. The further you go to the right, the more distance you have.
Yeah.
While the Ultra is preferable compared to all of these. Compared to these. Basically just out rotate and create distance. Put it simply.
Mm-hmm.
Move. And I think I haven't mentioned this yet, but what I often say to players, kind of mention it maybe just vaguely throughout. Often again, you'll be either clearing or at rotating angles or flankers. And normally, again, when you're playing Juno into a hard dive comp, I'm not gonna lie, most of it's gonna be at rotating. There'll be few times where you can clear certain targets. Again, where if someone's low or if they're on the back foot, that's when you can clear angles deeper. So again, when you're over here capping the point and Genji was half HP, yeah, you can clear him. That's fine. He's not a threat to you. That's whatever, right? But here, when there's multiple dive threats, you can't clear this Genji. He's too far away with the Kiriko. Ball's too high HP. You can't clear them. You need to move. And this is kind of what I meant by moving. So yeah. There's that little like glimpse there to go back to the high grounds instead of going here. That's probably the main mistake that causes your death here. But yeah. Okay. And nice thing you can do as well is that you can even raid. So if Tracer's here, right? But you can even raid this down this direction to match the Kitsune. Raid's better than Kitsune. You can clear Tracer because it's just you're in Ray and Tracer's just Tracer, so you can clear Tracer. Yeah, right. So that's relatively fine here. But yeah. You can even maybe even Ray now, but that's even a little bit sketchy because again your Genji's here, Kiriko's here, Tracer's here, and Ball's coming around here soon. So raying here is a little bit sketchy. I think it's not terrible if you want to ray this because you can ray and then torpedo and then that's gonna force recall. But yeah. It's like now you're trying to move into this archery, right? But you should have been here to begin with. And the bottom line. Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll see next. Back up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so why do you keep walking here after your Genji dies?
I don't know why. I think I was trying to get to my team, and I just thought that'd be quicker. Even though because I thought Genji had dropped here. I don't know why I didn't see him go this way, so I thought I could just get behind him into my team, but it was a bad idea.
Yeah. This to me looks like you're trying to clear Genji or you're trying to duel him. Again, can you realistically clear Genji here?
No.
No. Right, so he'll do some crazy walk on micro and he'll one shot you. So yeah, you should die for this. If Genji's still here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he leaves
6
me.
HP. Yeah, just kind of leaves you there. Thankfully, your Moira kind of helps you out there. Yeah, if you again, it's the two choices there, right? If I back it up and look at your team, right? Let's back up even more a little bit. Right, it's either clearing or out rotating, but it's lightly. And it's like that choice there should have caused your death. Don't clear him, that's fine. Just move away. Out rotate him. Create distance. That's the dilemma you're gonna have most of the time when you're playing against dive characters. Okay. Thankfully, again, he gets him with 1 HP and then gets scared. Okay. Get a shout here. This would also be a decent time to raise as well. Right? Again, you just cleared Genji accidentally. That would be a good time to raid that. Right? So I wouldn't mind raiding that if you had it. There's recall as well. Okay. Okay. Sure. I don't fully hate this rotation. Okay, sure. Views are good. Rotation's fine. Again, very stingy on the hypering, you know? I see a queen doing shit, like she's axing right now, she's holding this corner.
Yeah.
Like, now I 100%, not even just for your queen, but also for your own benefit too. Remember, you get speed as well. So you move a little bit faster, the queen gets some speed too. I don't see why not. The queens are good though. Fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so who should have helped them? Why?
I probably should have stayed helping my queen because the more I was dealing with the ball, absolutely fine.
Gamora is fine against Ball. Her character's literally built for this, so if she's using the gun against Ball, I don't know what to say to her. But yeah, you can stay here. Again, hypering your queen when she comes back on this corner. Help her out. You can even help up this angle too if you want to. You'll thankfully these guys are forcing out with the Genji, so this is kind of what your comp's built for. Is what I meant at the beginning, where your DPS will be doing this kind of thing for your own benefit, because you can just stand here for free shooting your queen, and this person can't reach you because there's two people going on to him. So yeah. Why do you actually go into your Moira and not your queen?
Um, but I don't. I'm duoed with this Mora, so I don't know. I just like
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna go help her out. Which yeah, it was a bad decision. She was dealing with her
Why?
fine.
It's interesting. Do you normally play Juno Moira when you're duoed?
Um, not really. I I don't know why she was a Mora. Normally she plays Ana,
Right.
but I guess she decided to play Mora this game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Your life would be easier if you played Brig.
hmm
But yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
I'm
Brig.
I'm terrible at break. I've been trying to learn break, but I feel like I don't do enough healing with her, and I always have like the worst inspire off time, and it's
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I get. And it's also hard to know when to walk up to because you can feed her very easily
mhm,
on Brig.
yeah.
Um, but yeah. Okay, we'll see it. Not great awareness on your queen there. And I think literally the visual cue to tell you to help your queen there was when she was slept on the floor with three
Yeah.
people looking at her, you know? Like, you got good torpedoes off of that. And that should have told you, you know what? Queen probably needs help. Now, it's fun to look
hmm
around. You can look at what your Mori's doing. If your Mori's saying something to you, that's fine. You can look around at your DPS. Maybe they need a little bit of help. Clearly, that looks like that to be the case as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit tunnel down on your Moira. Okay, we'll see here. Yay! Hopefully you can move around a little bit faster. Yeah, you're probably gonna get staggered out here, I assume. Okay, he's a bit late for that at least, that's fine. It's good at least. Okay. A blade, queen ults, more ults. As long as you don't end this into nano, you should be fine. Okay, if we're going on to you, where do you need to move?
Probably with my tracer
Yeah.
or yeah.
This is fine. I don't mind that. You can even just create distance, that's fine as well. Just make it laborious and hard for the ball to reach you.
hmm
That's one thing I always say as well. I have this idea called again links onto the basing idea. A little bit, a slight variation of it called risk baiting, where basically you just play a position such that you bait the person chasing you, make a risky
hmm
play. That's it. It's harder to do against Ball because he's got higher HP, but it's really important to do against Tracer and Genji because any movement that they do needs to try and chase you. That is, it needs to be risky for them to do so.
Yeah.
So again, if you do it into your Tracer, it's risky for this Tracer to come and chase you because, of course, this person's gonna be guarding you basically.
hmm
Yeah, a little bit of micro there. Nice, I'm fine with that. Okay, sure, fine as well. You see your Genji walk out, he's critical HP. I'm okay with that as well. Fine. Nice. Like it sounds there. Get paused by your Tracer. So where do you need to... Okay, this is a perfect example. Where
Yeah.
should you move to?
Being just
From here.
ulted, so I should probably be with my team on the left side. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Double jump up here and out rotate this angle, right? Now,
Yeah.
you can technically clear it because Kiriko is 1 HP and Tracer is also you're with your Moira here as well. You can technically clear it if you want to, but why would you ever take that risk when there's a clear flank or angle you can take that your queen is currently, on doing stuff as well,
hmm
but that this person, there's no way in heaven that they're gonna reach you, and this person physically can't even if they tried. They need to walk up
Yeah.
over here, and blink here, and then do some awkward blink here. Like, it's very awkward for them to come and reach you.
Yeah.
So 100%, I would out rotate. 100%. Okay. Yeah. I've been unfortunate that I missed opportunity, and thankfully, again,
hmm
your Moira was fine, and you did end up clearing the angle fairly well. But again, that's the debacle that they'll have most of the time. Do I clear or do I out rotate?
Yeah.
Okay. See here. Okay. Did you just dice there? Great. Okay. Sure. Fine. Yes, so here's why is clearing fine here.
I guess because there isn't really any pressure on my team, and they're. I guess because like what's it? I'm playing cover. I guess I'm not too.
Is it easy to force them out?
I guess yeah.
Yeah. And is it dangerous for you to do it as well?
No.
Not really, right? Again, ball tracer on going onto you, they're going onto your Moira for some reason, and tracer's out in open space. Makes it easy
Yeah.
to clear her. She's a bad blink from her from the enemy tracer. So I'm perfectly okay with this. Now, conversely, maybe we can change this slightly. If Tracer was and good blinked this room and played cover here like a normal Tracer should be doing, and blink over here and play the cover like a good tracer should be doing, then out-rotating makes sense. Going right side and trying to move away would make the most sense. You can even out-rotate like this as well if you feel like your team can't push cart or wherever the case may be. But because trace is clearable, fine, I'm okay with this. Kind of just use that. Okay? Let's see here. Okay. Sure. Okay. That ring again. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that ring. Really. Helps me more slightly. Yeah, again, I'd ideally want it on the characters that can't really move in your comp. Mainly being your queen. So that's something I'd really say before. But it's whatever. Okay. 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 We'll talk about this in a moment. Yeah, now you just die immediately, right? So we talk about again having windows of time. Like I drew that entire graph thing. Back it up. Away. Okay, I still have it. Okay, it goes a certain way. But when you're on this graph, right, I draw two waves because it's important to sort of note this. It's not just one wave. It's you have this period of time to actually capitalize on their downtime basically, and that's kind of what you're kind of trying to do here basically, right? I think the torpedoes here clearing our ball, fine, that's okay, but clearly the Genji Kiriko have not been cleared and they can very easily reach you. So I'd immediately be playing backwards here and not trying to again push my luck a bit too far. Or again Tracer's dead ball walks out, right? So walking up here I guess makes sense. But because their Genji's not been cleared yet, I would immediately, the second you notice he's here, back up immediately. Something I always say as well is if you want to walk forward, if you want to pressure the enemy team like you are right now, you need to make sure all your flanks are cleared. And clearly, Genji has not been cleared yet. So, yeah. Actually that, or just again, you can go over here and create more distance and then try and do some damage here, that's fine as well. Because Genji, again, is further away from you. So you can also out-rotate him as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. See here. Okay. 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 I'm just slowly losing the fight. Was one. Sure. Don't mind that. Fine. What's the point of the hyper ring?
This is probably a stupid one. No one's got to use it there, so I kind of just wasted it.
Barely or Cassidy and barely got to use anything of it yet. So not a particularly great hyper ring. It's like even when you're synergy with it, right? But even when you do use it, it's not particularly optimal. And that's an example of it there. I think if they were diving you, then yeah, I think that makes sense. So if the ball is coming into slam, then hyper ringing the floor and then moving away, guarding away, it makes sense. But yeah, not particularly great. Okay. These are okay. Nice. Watch out about the carry. Go away, fine. Sure. Walk away. Maybe we're flying back of the way. Yeah, I should have maybe raid that. So let's just fight there. I'll after the session, if I remember, I'll link a video by Carpatology because it goes over some examples as well. But you can stand your ground basically with Ray, right? So as soon as you pick this corner, why is raying here maybe viable?
I guess because it'll keep me alive and my team could also use it to push up on this little bit here.
Exactly, right? Like they're committing right now, and right now, can the enemy team see you behind the squad? No, they cannot. Right, so it's not like you're using Ray to just try and live and sustain, which by the way you shouldn't really be doing because it's only 85 HPS against. If they can entirely see you in Kitsune, you probably get traded out for it. But it's mainly for the fact that ball spamming you, and you can do it behind the corner here. That makes it safer to do. Like, you can survive the ball with the Ray, and then again push afterwards and keep him on the back foot. Again, if I go back to the whole graph thing, generally, moments in time where Ray is good is sometimes you can do it in the prevent stage thing. If you're like, if I think of an example here, like you're about to cap a point on Koth, 90%, 95%, they're about to touch, you can Ray really early, and it makes us tough, the touch really scuffed. Something you can do. Absorb stage, not really. Again, you can't absorb a good dive with Ray, so you're probably going to die to that regardless. Just towards this tail end of it, like around about here, then you can start thinking about using Ray a lot more. This downward sort of slope here, that's when Ray becomes really powerful, and that's again, this is where it is literally right now, where you're deep in Kitsune, ball's finishing as pole driver, that would be a great time to rate.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, see next fight. Honestly, I think you probably led that, to be honest, if you had you rate that. Not sure how many rays you have this entire game. 2. Yeah, not particularly great.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens to the next fights. But why didn't you rate it?
I guess it just didn't cross my mind. I thought I would have wasted it if I used it there.
What do you think you would die for it, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think the key difference between that doing that ray there and doing the ray earlier, like from here, is
Yep.
it's the LOS is the main thing and how killable you really are. Because again, doing it from here, Genji and Kiri can still see you, and Chase was here as well. Whereas this time it's only a ball that can see you.
Yeah.
So it's more reasonable to rate it. Okay, we'll see here. Okay. Right. Oh, cast dies there really early. How's your cast die? This is on an angle. Okay. I think I still, yeah, your cast goes to a right flank early. I think he goes to this room or something, and he just here. Yeah, I think he was a little bit unaware of where he's at. Again, the fantasy shouldn't be pushing that far, but yeah, he just goes to this little room here. So of course, I'm not saying to go exactly with him or exactly like follow his exact same pathing or angle, but make sure you're just aware to help him out. Is the only thing that you can even use him as bait almost. But yeah. Okay. Still maybe winnable though. Okay. And yeah, I know rating that's not going to be ideal, right? So where else can you maybe move to when ball goes onto you?
Probably to the left side of the other room on the left side.
Yeah, right. Like make this grapple like as awkward for him as possible to try and reach you. So it could even be literally in this room here. That's fine. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a mega in one of these rooms. Yeah, there is a mega here. You can pick it up. Or again, you can even go to the right room, and I think there's also a mega here. Well, maybe the wrong room, right? But regardless, either room's relatively fine. The left room's probably better because not just because of the mega, but because you also have more distance against the enemy team as well. So again, you should be able to live that basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of awareness on where to move to. Okay. Not particularly ideal there either. Okay, see here. Okay, that's gonna get capped for that, and that's probably gonna be game. Yeah, lost my territory. Ray against Bull, Mines and Blade. It's not gonna look good. We'll see here. Okay. Upring's okay. Okay. Talk to me about this Ray.
I don't know. I just saw one of my DPS pushing and my queen was there, so I just raid.
What's might be the issue with this Ray?
I guess we haven't really. I'm out in the open, also have what like the ball hasn't got any cooldowns out yet.
Sure. If you're the enemy team and you see this Ray, what are you going to do?
Probably just fall back.
Fall back, right? Like leave, right? Why? Because the Ray's so far away. You know, like it's literally you Ray around this location, around about here. And if you're Tracer, if you're Ana, if you're Kiri, this Ray's not threat to you. It's too far away. You can't walk on. You can't again rotate onto them basically. That's the main issue with the Ray. It's just it's too early. It's too far. This is the main concern with the Ray. It's gonna get no value. I would expect a little tiny bit of value there on just Tracer, a little bit of value that's how you walk, and then you end up so you end up having some cost fallacy and trying to get some value out your Ray, end up walking into a mine, and then you blaze you afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Again, I think this relates back to the whole baiting thing. So what's something? Let's say you didn't have Ray, right? What could you maybe do? How could you play this fight?
Probably just keep my ground and try to keep my team up.
Yeah, right. So just stay here and keep your team up, right? Like just stay here, maybe double jump to here if you want to, right? And then just keep your team up. That's all you need to be doing, right? And let these guys take the bait, be the bait. Let these guys force the blade. You can, again, because you're baiting and you're playing a lot of distance, you can kite out very easily. Fine. And again, after the Genji blade's used, or he commits onto you, or after whatever the case may be, then again you can think about walking forward and raying afterwards. Maybe raying point as well. Of course, this assumes that they've got ultimates like blade that you're having to walk into. But even if it was up, even if you didn't have blade or whatever the case may be, it's still something that again baiting is really important to do. Like we saw on this side of the map, right over here as well. Just making sure you let your team walk forward here, so you've got a distance to play. In case Genji goes on to you, that's the exact same thing here. But yeah, I expect you. I guess the easiest blade in the world for him to connect. But yeah. And that's probably gonna be that map there, yeah. Blade kills.
Yeah.
Alright. Still got some time left. Have you got another codes?
Yeah, I have one
Cool.
more saved. I'm not sure which game this is, but I think this is a bit more of a average game. I'm not sure.
Alright. See here. Okay. Volley.
Ready for battle.
Alright, let's see here. I'm looking at Summer Tracer. That's not look fun. Okay, we'll see.
I don't think they stay that long as some Tracer because I'm not too sure though.
Okay, we'll see. Right. Okay. Okay. Not mass. Generally, your torpedoes have actually been fine. What might be the issue with those torpedoes there?
Well, even if they do connect onto like the enemies, no one can really follow up on them.
Yeah, so
And
like
also my teammates all full health.
yeah, all full HP. Nothing's happening. Nothing's going on. Just bad timing of the torpedoes. There's no aggression there that the torpedoes can actually capitalize on. Bit of a waste. Okay. And just go Sombra magically. Cool. Okay. So what could you maybe do here?
Maybe rotate up a little bit, like towards that kind of to like keep my my tank and DPS kind of in line of sight.
Sure. So maybe you can move back to here. That could be fine. What about your cooldowns though?
Oh, I could throw a speed ring.
Yeah, right, hyper ring these guys, right? Enable these guys and let them actually chase kills. That could be fun as well. Okay. Okay. Slightly early torpedoes there. It's more okay because you're just walking in.
Yeah.
Okay. No ring, no ring, no ring. I need a ring. I need a ring here. Like some place here, you know, your team's walking up. I would love a ring. Ram's about to pop form, so you might want to cut it back. Again, I would love a ring for that. Very, very stingy with the rings. And now, of course, at this frame, this would be a good time to pop your torpedoes, right? No shield blocking your torpedoes. Vortex is down as well. Ram's low. Aggression Ram. You can see the nade by your honors being thrown into the Ram here as well. Great time to torpedo this. Okay. Okay, backing up's fine. He needs a ring, bro. He needs a ring. He needs a ring. That Sigma is crying for ring. You unironically, you might as well be playing Life Reaper here, and you might just be doing because like there's if you're not gonna speed here, your Sigma, you might as well just be playing Weaver. And he dies. Oh, that's tough. That ring there would have definitely helped. Okay. Positionally, I think you're doing fine. Okay, and you try not your honor. Okay. Into the ring here again. I think it's more fine because it hits your cast. Yeah, it hits your cast here. So he's swinging, so it ends up doing fine your cast. Though I don't think that's your intention. I think your intention was to help out your honor here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Walk away, fine. Move away. Okay. Uppercast. Okay. I think, honestly, the fact that you're doing with your honor is making you play worse. Because I'm seeing you turn back at your honor who's full HP. When there's a cast half HP down main, taking more aggression than your honor's taking.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like, what? Okay, whatever. Alright. Fine, Scarlet Sombra, good. Ring's relatively fine there, I don't mind it, right? I think your cast is walking forward. He wants to walk out from the Sombra Tracer. You can get there really quickly. Yeah, I don't fully mind the ring. Okay. Fine. Yeah, not too bad. Now you can push up a little bit more. Yeah, so you're still here for some reason, right? So, what tells you you can push up here?
Well, I guess we've got a pick, so that would be plus all my team is also pushing up.
Right, so pick. So I'll say numbers. Numbers. What else?
my team also want to push up, so
That makes
probably need some support.
Positional Q by your team. What else as well?
Um, I guess their team's also playing really far back. Like there'll be no like pressure for me to push up.
Sure. What about cooldowns?
I can kite, I guess, and I have my torpedoes.
Sure. What have the enemy team just used?
Oh, they're cooldowns.
Yes. Right. So Recall has just been used by Tracer right
Yeah.
here, and Vortex has just been used here as well,
Yeah.
and Shield here as well. So you can push that advantage onto again many of the Regals are the main cooldown that matters. But because you got a pick, because Tracer's out, like you're under no threats. Like this person's dead, and this person's gonna dive you when they've got no recall. And you got a pick here as well. Again, you're up numbers. There's no reason to not push this. That's all. It would have been great there to just walk forward, peek this corner. There's something that as well that other coaches like Capitology will mention all the time. Just get off the corner, right? So of course, when you're swinging this corner and you're looking for torpedoes, like at this corner here, just swing it away the corner, like swing it like this basically. And don't clog the corner because you're gonna play close to Tracer. So yeah, cool thing there. Okay. 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 Speeds are okay. Good rotation. Still no ring. Still no ring. Oh my god, that hits no one now. Like, you see your cast is taking trillions of aggro and you're not pressing E. You see your Sigma is taking trillions worth of aggro and you're not pressing E onto him. Like, he needs to kite. He can't win a Ramdle up close unless he hits rock. But even then, he will get run over. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan of not pressing E or being so stingy on it. But yeah, I'll make it the torpedoes here again. They're okay. I think they're helping your caster, right? But again, I think a little bit more time to try and lock onto Tracer is really important. If you hit torpedoes onto Tracer, it's really good because she just can't go in afterwards.
Yeah.
It's really hard for her to go in afterwards. So a little bit of patience there. Yeah, not hypering this is insane. And when you do it, no one hits it. Okay. 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 Right, so there's a lot to talk about here, right? So we'll go back here. Right about here. Gas dies. Can you clear Tracer?
Probably because my Anna's looking down, so I probably could hit a few shots on her.
Right, I think that's a fair shout. I think you can definitely hit a good clip with the Tracer. Also, you've got a distance here as well. So again, it's a long, narrow sideline that Tracer hates. There's no cover for her to use, right? There's no cover here at all, so you can actually clear Tracer. So yeah, and then also your Anna's here with you as well, so even more of a reason. And also, there's not really a place you can rotate her. You can't go down main because annihilation. You can't really go left side because you're LOSing your team. You can't really go back because you're isolating yourself. So really, your only chance is to clear Tracer outright. So I would like to actually see you do that a little bit more. I guess you can kind of do it. That's fine. I think you just kind of just goes onto your Genji instead, which is fine. And then this hypering, or not the hypering, sorry, this gliders are a little bit confusing. So when you fly out in the open like this, do I get a little bit confused? So yeah, like this for example, right? Like I don't actually fully mind the gliders necessarily. Again, I keep them in case Juno, in case Tracer wants to go onto you. Because you don't need gliders to reach your team. You can see everything here as normal. Again, I see Juno's waste gliders all the time. I think it's because you guys are so used to popping gliders and torpedoes to try to get your best LOS. And again, I see it all the time. You don't need to pop gliders to be able to do this kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Is the Tracer gone onto you? Like, where's she at right now?
She's
underneath you?
Oh,
She's underneath you, right? Actually decided to kill your Genji and go onto you. You need your gliders. So yeah. Okay. Okay. I know it's a little bit awkward trying to kill Tracer. Fine. I would not have. This is insane, right? I would not. I would not do this at all, right? At least wait for if you're expecting Tracer to come at you, then I think this becomes more fine. You can even go over the rooftop like this, and she just can't reach you. But yeah, I would at least wait for her to do that because you don't know exactly where she's at, and you also are out in open space against the Cassidy. Okay, it's a Tracer. Don't go close to the corner. Good. Nice. Right, we'll see next fight. Get up a little bit. I don't mind no later please there. Your team's gonna come back when you get them. Are they okay? Nice. Fine. Ooh, don't. Ah, it's unlucky. Ah, so sad. You're trying to help your Cassidy and then you just get dragged off the high grounds. Yeah. It's kind of a saying, you don't want to make one dead person, two dead people.
Yeah.
So for example, if you're Mercy, right, and you're focusing Afara, and she does some incredibly dumb play for Barrage, don't follow her, because you will die alongside her. And it's kind of the same thing with this as well, where like, your cast is doing a dumb play, your cast should be playing like someone like, either with you guys, or playing further back like this, to bait the enemy dive, the enemy dive comp, but no, he's just playing right in the open behind a 6, so he can do whatever he wants to do, that's fine. But don't sacrifice your own position for it.
Okay.
Because now it's gonna stop being hit. Yeah, you're isolated from your Honor, you're closer to Tracer, you also, again, Honor's more danger now because she's isolated, so it becomes a little bit harder. Okay, whoa, get blown up there. Do we have a right to walk here?
No.
Okay, ramp up swarm, Susie's been used. Okay, why do we not have a right to walk here?
Well, because all their teams there, so that'll be like everybody can see me as I push up. Also, I guess we haven't really had the other team use that many cooldowns yet.
Yeah. Why else as well? Why is this similar to the Genji thing that we saw as well on Esperanza?
I guess I'm just easy to be dove, and
Why are you easy to be dove?
because I don't really because I'm in the open.
Partially. Has Tracer been cleared?
Yeah. No, she has not been cleared.
It's not been cleared, right? So the second you do this, she will blink forward and destroy you, right?
Yeah.
Also, again, you are also out in the open against Zencass and Discorded too. That's also a part of it as well. Also, relating back to the thing about using gliders and torpedoing. Like, if you want to torpedo this, I don't fully mind it, because Ram's low, right? But don't walk out in open space. Just hyper in your Sigma, walk forward as normal, and press your torpedo button. There's no reason to again, jump here. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So yeah. So again, it relates a few things here, right? So I guess the two things here are Tracer's not being cleared, and also you're wasting your gliders here and gliding out into open space into Zencass. So the two things that make you get blown up. But yeah. Okay. Because I don't even fully mind the torpedo timing of it necessarily. I think your team are walking forward. You do get good lock-ons. Just that the way you do it is, again, overtly risky.
Yeah.
And 6 is gonna die there. Yeah, he is, yeah. And it's gonna be cooked. Alright. Okay, back on, your team win that, hang on. Okay. Not bad. Okay, we do have Ray here though. Let's see how you lose this next fight. How do you lose this? You've got Ray, Nano, and Castle. And they only have Castle. Kisune. Oh my, okay, wait, hold up. Okay, so what was the intention behind this raid?
I guess I just raid to Ray, I'm not sure.
Yeah, right, so it's just too far away, right? Again, it's very similar to the pulse raid that we saw. I think had you done it on this corner, like Ram's really low right now, yeah, I think that's actually a good raid. You can hyper in your team, Ray forward, push the Ram, rotate in the Ray, and because it's only Trace shooting at you, you'll be fine. Honor will also be fine, so you can look back at your Honor, you can kill your Honor, torpedo the Tracer, I don't really care. But your Honor will be fine, it's bottom line. So the placement of the Ray is what I'm mostly complaining about. It's very kiteable. The P's are good though, that's a reforce, nice. Okay, but the Ray got 0 value. And now I see how you lose this, because you just use Ray for basically no reason, and they can still touch. Cast dice there as well, not great. Okay, parry. Nice, some TP. Just play so far. You have Nano Blade this fight, how do you fuck this up? I'm very curious. Kitsune, Nano and your Genji. Looks fine so far. Hypering's good as well. I like the Hypering. Actually enabling someone who's playing aggressively. Good. Fine torpedoes, sure. Rock the high noon, sure. Fine. Put the high guns. That's fine as we can still help you cast, that's okay. Okay. A little bit of tunnel there on the Sigma, ignoring your cast a little bit. The Sigma tries to make a really risky play. Yeah. And your tank dies. So it's not okay, it's not terrible. The Honor also dies too. The Honor should not be on why is your Honor on low ground? She should be playing here anyways. But yeah. Nothing crazy on your end, to be honest. A little bit of tunnel vision. I thought the cooldowns there were fine. Hyping was actually good. Torpedoes were fine there as well. No real complaints about that. Yeah, no real qualms. Okay, we'll do a quick summary and I'll answer any questions that you may have. Okay, we'll use this. I'll use this rock. Why not? Okay. First thing. I guess I'll say this like clearing, or out rotating, flankers. And it'll come down to like how easy is it to insert flanker. So some factors like that will be distance and cover usage. In other words, if you're playing far away and Trace is out in the open, you can clear her. And conversely, if she's really hard to clear because she's playing cover really nicely, then you can't. Then it's probably time to move in out rotates. Also, her level of danger as well, like how dangerous. Actually, yeah, and that is a factor of it as well. Also, like how dangerous the how dangerous it would be. It would be to clear. So again, if Trace is playing in a really hard to reach location and she's risk baiting you to make a risky play, then probably ignore the Tracer and move away from her. I think the best example of that was the more the Kiriko was really 1 HP, the more it was there with you. You could have jumped up to the top left high grounds and out-rotated the Tracer, but instead you sort of walked forward there. That was a good example of where going for the Tracer is just unnecessarily dangerous. But yeah. Okay, second thing. I'll leave the ring and cooldowns for the third points. I think for this one, I'll just say, actually no, I'll use hypering here. I'll use hypering, hypering, and ray usage. So again, just based on aggression. I think the last ring you did was good, so the last ring would be a good example of that. And then ray usage. You can use it towards the tail and of the spar thing when you're about, in other words, about rotate, and making sure that ray can't get fighted. Because both rays we saw were just too far away. And then last thing we'll say. Okay, last thing we'll say is regaining awareness. Regaining awareness. Again, two things on that. Again, the sort of mental template you have. The whole spar thing there, and then the looking around in between action/event. So again, a good example of that would have been the your queen got slept. I'll say queen sleep, and then you torpedo 2 people. Queen probably needs help there, as well as your TPS on the right side. But yeah, I think again, like I think part of that is also you're tunneling your duo lots, which makes sense. You want to help them out. But especially if they're playing Moira, in fact, it should be the other way around, if anything, to be honest. Because you're playing Juno into that comp. But yeah, those are, I guess, the three main things. Any questions or queries?
No, I think that's all good. Thank you.
No worries. If you do think of anything else to ask or anything that pops up in your games, do feel free to DM me as well, and I'll reach out to you with that as well. I also